This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Now at 7, a plan to help people who don't have easy access to fresh food or grocery stores is now up for debate. Why some neighbors say the kind of help the city is offering is not the kind they want. Plus, you've heard of a neighborhood watch. Now one city is asking for volunteers for a park watch. How the program works.
Kind of heartbreaking. There's still trees on top of headstones.
The community stepped up quickly to help businesses and homeowners impacted by tornadoes in central Indiana. But major damage remains in a sacred space. Good evening and welcome to the News at 7. I'm Rafael Sanchez. It has now been 2 weeks since tornadoes touched down in central Indiana. Communities are still recovering from all of that damage. But one community tonight is feeling like they've left behind. RTV6's Stephanie Wade is in Madison County with the cleanup efforts and the people stepping up to help.
When the EF2 tornado touched down here in Pendleton, it destroyed gravestones like these, some of which have been here for 100 years. For 2 weeks, volunteers have been coming here to the Huntsville Cemetery to pick up debris and do what they can.
We saw that there was a lot of damage here and just kind of jumped in to help. We're able-bodied, we had chainsaws, and nobody here could really speak for themselves or do anything for themselves, so it's where we decided to put in our work.
Driving through Pendleton in Madison County, you'll see there is still plenty of debris to pick up and damage to repair following this storm, especially here at this cemetery in Huntsville, where trees toppled over headstones. Mindy, Clendenin, and other volunteers have been cutting up trees, removing debris, and recovering graves as much as they can. It's unclear who maintains this cemetery. I've contacted the County Cemetery Commission, but haven't been able to locate the owner. Volunteers would gladly use your help if you're able.
There are a lot of veterans buried out here. There are babies buried out here. I mean, it's people's loved ones that are still trying to recover their own home sites that can't get out here.
Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
If you would like to help and volunteer in those efforts, contact us at workingforyou@rtv6.com. Now to a live look at Victory Field in downtown Indianapolis. Simply gorgeous. The Indians have the day off before kicking off a homestand tomorrow, which may be a good thing. It's a little chilly for baseball tonight. So, Kevin, the big question, will the forecast be a home run or a foul?
Let's see. Pitch one in here.
Here you go. There you go.
Home run, of course. I wouldn't foul one off, would I? 71 in Peru. That was the high temperature. 74 in Indianapolis. You know, this morning, cloudy, gray, still some showers around. That sunshine broke out in the afternoon, and that's really changed the scene. That wind out of the northwest. Humidity is dropping as we speak. Temperatures have come down a little bit. It's 68 in Grant County and Marion, 74 in Frankfort. Temperatures mid-70s down in Bedford. By morning, we'll be 20 degrees cooler, but by 11 o'clock tonight, 10 and 11, 63 degrees. The wind will calm down, and temperatures eventually well below average in the 7-day forecast on a couple of days. I'll show this to you coming up.
Kevin, thank you so much. Summer and warmer weather around the corner, which means parks will be full of kids and families. Fisher is launching a new program to help keep those areas safe, and they need your help. Police are teaming up with the Parks and Recreation Department to form Park Watch. It's similar to a neighborhood watch program. Volunteers who already use parks will monitor for suspicious activity. The Fishers police chief says violent crimes is not common in those parks, but investigators do see vandalism and other crime at parks across the city.
When people are in parks and they see things that look out of place, anything to us is suspicious that's out of place. And what better than someone who lives near a park that knows the park and sees the park every day and has those trends? So anything out of the ordinary, a vehicle parked at 2 a.m., that's usually not an indicator of a good thing.
Dozens of people already volunteering for the program, including members of the Fishers Running Club.
We have members all over Fishers, so we're going to try to spread the word, you know, as you drive by, walk by, run by, just kind of take a peek. You know, if you have the time, walk through. If you see something, you know, say something. That's simple.
So here's how you can connect. Fishers Police are encouraging people to use the Fishers Crime Watch app. You can use the app to report suspicious activity. The information goes directly to officers who are on patrol. New at 7, the future of vaping in Carmel will not be decided tonight. A city council committee tabled a vote on a plan to regulate electronic cigarettes. It would broaden the definition of smoking to include vaping. It would also ban e-cigarettes from all public places in Carmel, including the libraries, schools, laundromats, malls, and sports arenas. Tonight, the council decided to hold another committee meeting on the issue and open it up to public comment. A proposal to help people living in food deserts will now go before the full Indianapolis City County Council next month. But that plan, right now is facing some backlash. Mayor Joe Hogsett announced new ideas to address food insecurity at his State of the City address last month, including subsidizing Lyft rides to grocery stores and developing an app to help people find nearby places to get fresh food. More than 24 neighbors voiced their concerns at a recent neighborhood meeting near 38th Street and Post Road, which is right in the middle of a food desert.
Really, the Lyft program, and then the app. The first thing we all said about the app was, who doesn't Google? And if you're going to have an app, that means that you have either a computer or a phone, right?
I think the reaction for most of us was, you're doing this to help move people out of the area instead of supporting and keeping them in the area and developing a plan of sustainability for the area versus a quick fix, which is not quick and is not going to last long.
So RTV6 took those concerns to the city's director of public health and safety. He says the lack of grocery stores in food deserts is also frustrating for the city.
The city is constantly working to find ways to bring those type of stores to neighborhoods, but at the same time, the city doesn't have control over businesses, and if a business chooses based on its own market decisions that it has to close a store, our job is, and I think that what this proposal shows, is that we try to be responsive with innovative ways to address those type of lack of access to food in those neighborhoods.
So here's what's next. Many people who participated in the neighborhood meeting plan on attending the next council meeting. The full council is scheduled to vote on the issue on July the 15th. 2 Indianapolis restaurants now closed for business. One was part of a once popular local chain. The other made history. A note left on the front door of 3 Wise Men Brewing Company in Broad Ripple let customers and employees know the business is now closed. The restaurant had been in business for the last 8.5 years. No reason for the closure has been given yet. 3 Wise Men is owned by the same company that owns Scotty's Brewhouse. 7 Scotty's locations recently closed across central Indiana. Founder Scott Wise sold the company back in 2016. And the Bonna station in Irvington is closed, effective immediately. The owner posted the news on a neighborhood Facebook page saying the restaurant could not find the right formula. But he also said there will be new owners. It is unclear exactly what that means for the business. The Bonna station opened in August, and according to the Indianapolis Star, it was the first bar in Irvington to serve hard alcohol in 148 years. Making access to healthcare easier for you, that is the goal of a new facility on the north side of Indianapolis. Today, RTV6 took a tour of the St. Vincent Ascension Connect Hub. That's on 96th Street near I-465. The hub is like a command center offering several services, including centralized appointment scheduling, video monitoring for patient safety, and remote patient monitoring.
We decided to build a command center to help tie all of those services together so that we could really be more forward thinking in terms of getting the right patient in the right place at the right time and getting the right care that they need.
The leaders say the hub allows them to be more effective and efficient with financial resources, and also allows providers to spend more time at the bedside instead of worrying about logistics. Members of the Colts got in a good workout today away from the football field. More than 100 volunteers with the organization and Stanley Security helped building a new Habitat for Humanity home. They worked alongside the future homeowners to construct the interior and exterior walls of that home.
Everybody wants to help. Everybody wants to be involved. Everybody wants to give back. It's pretty special when we can do it all together.
What a great cause. This is the 9th annual Habitat for Humanity panel build sponsored by the Colts. And tonight, could be the night the Toronto Raptors could make history in Game 5 of the NBA Finals. They lead the Golden State Warriors 3-1 in the series and would win it all with a victory tonight. Coverage starts at 8:30 only right here on RTV6. Then keep it right here as well for the news at 11.
We looked out the window, we saw a bunch of smoke and debris, and then we just all ran. We ran down 36 flights as soon as we could.
Scary moments, flashbacks of 9/11 after a helicopter crash lands on a building in New York City. But officials say this does not appear to be a terrorist attack. The latest on the investigation is next on the news at 7.
And it's a cool pattern for most of the rest of the week, and you can see the big valley here. Thursday will be the coolest day ahead. We'll put a number with that coming up.
Service from the Hogsett family. This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Everyone's checking their phones. We're looking for news, for updates. It wasn't until we got outside of the building that we understood that it was actually a helicopter that hit the building.
Witnesses describe the confusion, the chaos after a helicopter crashed on the roof of a skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan this afternoon. The pilot is dead. Authorities say no one else was on board that chopper and no other injuries are reported. The crash appears to be an accident for many New Yorkers. As you can imagine, the incident triggered memories of 9/11.
If you're a New Yorker, you have a level of PTSD, right, from 9/11. So as soon as you hear an aircraft hit a building, I think my mind goes where every New Yorker's mind goes.
The firefighters say they were able to put out a fire that started after that helicopter crashed. It went down about 11 minutes after taking off from a heliport along the East River. People and wildlife, are dealing with a flooding emergency in North Carolina. The National Weather Service has issued a flood warning for Mountain Island Lake that is northwest of Charlotte. And this is video, as you can see, of a rescue in that area. The water level is above 106 feet after heavy rain over the weekend. That's close to a record. And if you look up tonight into the sky, you'll see something really special. What's called the opposition happens this evening. And that's when Jupiter, Earth, and the Sun are arranged in a straight line with Earth right smack in the middle. When that happens, you can use a telescope or binoculars to spot Jupiter's 4 largest moons. You might even see some banded clouds that surround the planet. This month, NASA said Jupiter will be at its biggest and brightest and will be visible in the sky all night long. Now, the question will be, will we have clear skies, Kevin Gregory, to see that beauty
we will.
In space?
That's the great thing. We will. And probably the best time to see it might be right before you go to bed, say 11 o'clock, somewhere in there. But look after the sun sets, and it'll be getting better and better. Yes, sir?
It would help me if you could tweet that picture out tonight. That way, when I get home tonight, tomorrow morning, I could say, look, Kevin Gregory has the official RTV6 opposition photo.
I don't know that I'll have that photo. It's a difficult one to get, but somebody will. And look to the southeast, too, when you go out this evening. All right, off to the east, well off to the east. There's the rain pushing through Pennsylvania, but really impacting the East Coast as well. That's the rain that rolled through here yesterday and this morning. Humidity has been falling. The humidity level is now comfortable. It will stay that way for a few days. It means you can open the windows, let some fresh air in. We've had that strong, cool northwest wind. The wind will calm down tonight and sets the stage for temperatures in the low 50s. 81 is average this time of year. You follow the bar across, and you can see we'll miss the mark barely tomorrow. A little cooler Wednesday, coolest day in the entire 7-day forecast happens on Thursday, with highs struggling to hit the mid-60s. That's where you sit right now in Wayne County, Hagerstown, Richmond, 65. It's 70 in Greensburg, while 76 degrees in Terre Haute. Say hello to Lexi. She's one of many dogs I've taken for a walk during my forecast. Temperature right now 73. We'll be at 61 by 11. Just send me your dog's photo, kevin.gregory@WRTV.com, and I'll take your dog for a walk. Bye-bye to Lexi. Temperatures overnight tonight in the 40s, I think, in a couple of spots, especially north and west of Indy. Otherwise, low 50s to get things rolling tomorrow. 2 big changes: sunshine from start to finish, and it won't be windy. That will be nice. It'll make these temperatures feel even better. Anywhere across the state, we're close to average for this time of the year, but miss it a little bit. Wednesday, clouds will increase. Temperatures stay about the same. As we get to Wednesday night into Thursday morning, that's the most likely time for rain to appear. Then Thursday's quite a bit cooler, windy again, 66 degrees. Friday, another nice day.
Kevin G., thank you so much. Coming up in Hiring Hoosiers, a company that employs hundreds of Hoosiers is merging. The questions we're working to get answered for you tonight, plus this.
The reason I decided to get in contact with you was that right now there's a deficiency in the plumbing trade.
And so as its workforce dwindles, a company reaches out to RTV6 to share the perks of its occupation. Details are next.
10 a.m. Saturday, only at Ashley Home Store.
Let's connect you to jobs, piping, drains, faucets, and wells. Tonight, Hiring Hoosiers shines a light on an industry in desperate need of a new generation of workers. RTV6's Mark Mullins shows you one company looking for plumbers and what it takes to learn that trade.
In Hendricks County, Kevin Blankenau is on the job, learning while he does the work.
Fixing things, I guess. Kind of comes natural to me.
He's with Justin Dorsey Plumbing out of Danville on an apprenticeship to become a fully licensed plumber, a program that usually takes 4 years. Today, he's looking into a leaky pipe that soaked the floor in the back room of a strip mall store.
Basically, one of the test ports has finally gone bad and it will need to be ordered and replaced.
Kevin made the switch to pursue plumbing 3 years ago, saying he recognized it's a field that guarantees job security, and he wanted a career with a rising salary.
There are a lot of plumbing jobs out there, and there aren't enough shoes to fill those positions. This is where our apprentices come and we work.
Michael Rogers is Kevin's supervisor. He too made a career switch to plumbing, completed an apprenticeship program while earning money doing hands-on training, and climbed the ranks.
An apprenticeship is a great opportunity for someone who, as I said earlier, meets those criteria where they're personable, they're not afraid to be in front of people, to talk to people, where they're good problem solvers, where they can identify problems and come up with solutions, but they want to learn something new.
Now he's looking for people with that same drive.
I have 3 children and a wife, so I was able to work and still support my family while going to school and while learning the trade.
The owner of this company, whose name appears on the side of the truck, says that people his age are beginning to retire, and that causes some concern for him and the industry.
This trade as a whole across the country is losing thousands of people my age, I'm 60 years old, that are going into retirement. And there is a demand. You don't run out of a need for fresh water.
Always a need to flush the toilet or stop a leak. That's the job security Kevin was talking about now and for years to come. But he admits this field is not for those who are wishy-washy.
If you are, you got to be dedicated, I guess, to sticking with it, wanting to learn.
In Danville, Mark Mullins, RTV6.
Justin Dorsey Plumbing is looking for experienced, licensed plumbers, but the company is also open to helping applicants who want to get an apprenticeship program with paid training. Licensed plumbers in Indiana typically earn between $54,000 to $80,000 a year just to start, but many field techs quickly advance to earn a 6-figure salary. For more information on open positions at Justin Dorsey Plumbing, or to see other companies accepting apprentices, click on the links in this story today at hiringhoosiers.com. You can also find many other opportunities on that site by clicking our new and exciting job board. We're working to learn how a new major merger will impact jobs right here in central Indiana. United Technologies and Raytheon, 2 major defense contractors, they're teaming up. So far, the companies have not said whether the merger will impact the Raytheon plant on the city's east side. That employs more than 1,200 people. United Technologies also owns the Carrier plant on the west side of Indianapolis that shipped about 500 jobs to Mexico a couple of years ago. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb is in the nation's capital today talking jobs. He's also participating in the 2019 Select USA Investment Summit. Select USA is a government program focused on business investments that create jobs. Leaders are discussing opportunities in key sectors, including information technology, aviation, and infrastructure. If you're out for school for the summer, retired, or just looking to make some extra cash, there's a major job fair tomorrow that you'll want to check out. Details are next. It sounds too good to be true. A workplace surrounded by food, games, and yes, oh yes, rides. That dream could become a reality by working at the Indiana State Fair. You can apply at the job fair tomorrow afternoon. It goes from 4 to 6 at the fairgrounds. The State Fair runs from August the 2nd through the 18th. More than 1,000 seasonal positions will be available. We know that more than hundreds of thousands of people will visit the fair over its run. Kevin Gregory.
Some smaller numbers for you now. 52 degrees tomorrow morning, cool and dry. By noon, 76. All that sunshine and low humidity. A great day tomorrow.
Thanks for making RTV6 your choice for news. We'll see you tonight on the news at 11.